Hi everyone, it's Genene, and in today's yoga video, we're showing you 5 dynamic and static balances that you can do anytime, anywhere, not even having to use your mat. You don't even have to put your hair up. I do recommend, however, that you grab a wall or a chair just for support since we're balancing. Before we begin, static means where you hold something. Dynamic, movement. Number 1, marching in place with arms swinging. Sounds so simple. We do walk all the time. Try this. Take your left leg up so that your thigh is in line with the floor. Your arm swings way out in front of you, and then switch. So really swinging the arm, really lifting those knees nice and high. And then notice if you can do just a little hold on one side and then the other before switching. And then you can do this for a couple of minutes, just like this. And then when you're done, come back to center, Tadasana. Number 2 is a static bird dog hold. Reach your right arm up and your left leg back in the air rather than trying to reach that back leg back any further. No need to do that. Look for the extension and you can hold each side for 1 minute and then you go to the other side. And just notice the difference where it's easier to find that extension and where you feel like sometimes like they're completely different poses. And then release that. Let's do some variations on that. So you could take your right arm forward and then your left leg forward, focusing on something that's not moving. Maybe you just lift your left leg a little bit. Maybe you lift it all the way up until it's parallel with the floor. Maybe you go, oof, and you bend the knee instead. Tons of different options. Again, holding each side for 1 minute. Another variation of bird dog, you can do this. Right arm lifts up, left leg back. That seems the same. But then you turn the torso towards that back leg, towards the lifted leg. So if the left leg is lifted, you turn to the left and use those oblique muscles and then hold a minute before going to the other side and then turning with the right leg back, turning right. Hold a minute, then come back to center. The last one in this bird dog series is harder. You do same side bird dog. So this is where you might really want that chair because you lift your right leg and right arm up. Or maybe it's super easy. And then hold that a minute and then you do the other side. This becomes a lot more challenging in different planes, like say on your hands and knees. And then lower down. If you want to go in deeper into bird dog, I have a whole tutorial on my website. I invite you to check that out to increase your stability and strength by doing the entire tutorial. And you've got so many different options there where you can make it more challenging, make it easier, and then you'll know strategies when you're doing other classes. Here's another one that is deceptively simple. Walking forward and walking backward. But there's a little trick. This is a dynamic one again. And you're going to go heel to toe. So right foot comes forward, right heel, right in front of the left toes. And then it's like you're walking on a tightrope. And you go forward. And then you go, okay, that was a little bit challenging. And then you walk backward. looking straight ahead. So not looking down at your feet on this one. So you could look down at your feet and go, oh, okay, but try staring straight ahead instead and see if you can do it that way. And you can go forward and back several times, and then take the right heel in front of the left toes and hold here. So if I told you nothing, then you'd be holding here. And what's your strategy for staying a little more stable? Feel the engagement of the core. So engage your core, outer hips come together, tailbone, pubic bone come together. This whole area is lifting, so you're not just collapsed here. And then engage the legs more. Draw those legs strongly into the midline. And then you would do the other side, same way. Left heel comes in front of right toes, and you hug everything in. And each side you're going to hold for about a minute. So start thinking about which one is your favorite. For number 4, you'll need a block or some sort of obstacle like a block. And then set it aside for a moment. We'll do it without the block first. Sidestepping. Sounds like you would step to the side. Guess what? That's what it is. Take your left foot, lift it in the air, and step it over to the left. Right foot lifts up and meets the left. And then you go the other direction. And take that little pause. So you're lifting the foot, pause, and then step, lift the foot, pause, and then step. And you can keep doing that for a minute and then add on this block or whatever it is. I'll put it over to the left. Okay. And I'll put it in the middle. Now, I'm going to stand to the left and I'm going to look straight ahead. I'm not going to look down at the block and then step over like that. Instead, look straight ahead. Use my proprioception. I know where it is. I step up and over, and then the right foot does the same. And then I go back, leading with the right foot and then the left, and do that for a minute before taking it up a little higher. So this is level 2 of the block, and you do the same thing slowly. And then level 3 with the block and do the same thing. And play with that. You can do each of those a minute and see how you do. See if you want to. There's other options that you can do, but this is the simplest, and that's the one we're focused on today. That was number 4, and now we're on number 5, is simply to close your eyes. So you could start off slow, grabbing the chair or a wall. With your eyes closed, lift your right heel off the ground and get used to that. And you might start here and just focus on staying here or lifting the right foot. Or you could place it in any of your standing balance poses, your tree pose, your warrior 3 pose. Tree pose, the legs to the inside of the left leg. Tree pose, warrior 3 pose is the one where you're like so, and then the leg goes behind. Eventually, your torso becomes parallel, like so. And then hold that for 1 minute, and then keeping your eyes closed, lift your left heel and do the same thing on the left side. So in which of those 5 did you find your biggest breakthrough? Which of those was more challenging for you? The dynamic, moving ones or the ones where you had a static hold? Let me know in the comments below so that we can chat about it. And remember to click that like button, which lets me know I'm doing a good job. You want more videos like this. And Make sure you subscribe, because that way you'll be notified of all my yoga videos and not just the ones that I'm dropping at the regular time. Thank you for joining me. I look forward to seeing you again next time. Namaste.